What's going on? Hope you're doing great. So today we got Hail to the Thief by Radiohead, album from 2003. So this one I do have a little bit more background on. Thanks for all your comments again. We just reacted to a moon-shaped pool and everyone was recommending we go here next. And so I was looking into this one a little bit. Apparently this is their most overtly political album, heavily influenced by the 2000 US election controversy, the rise of right-wing politics to lead up to the Iraq War. The title mocks George W. Bush's victory, with lyrics focusing on fear, surveillance, and misinformation. So we'll definitely try to pay attention to the lyrics in this one, see what we catch, what we don't catch. And apparently, outside of just the lyrical content, it's more of a controversial album as far as which Radiohead fans like it or don't like it. So yeah, that's kind of all the background I have on it. I think we're just going to get started here. So for the first track, we got 2 + 2 = 5. I already like this intro.
Are you such a dreamer to put the world to rights?
I really like this riff.
I stay home forever, but 2 and 2 always makes a 5. I lay down the tracks, sandbag and hide. January has April showers, and 2 and 2 always makes a 5.
Yeah, right off the bat, I think this is one of the coolest clean Radiohead riffs I've heard, which is kind of saying a lot because I love a lot of the guitar work and clean guitar on In Rainbows in particular. But this little riff they got going on has a kind of a melancholy feel to it, a little bit like of a heaviness to it. And yeah, I really like how the vocals are playing out here so far too.
It's the devil's way now.
Nice.
There's no
A lot of cool stuff going on here. January has April showers. Is this a reference to, when the new president comes in here? Maybe I'm reading too much into it right now. Are you such a dreamer to put the world to rights? I'll stay home forever, where 2 and 2 always makes up 5. Yeah, a lot of this could already be references to that election cycle. And yeah, we'll just keep it going. Whoa. I'm going to pull this back a little bit because I like that transition. I love that part. This too. This is awesome. You know, some of the riffing, the clean guitar riffing and vocals on that kind of remind me of like System of a Down a little bit. Yeah, I love that song. That's one of my favorite opening tracks from them in general, I think. Just literally every part of that song. I liked the intro, the middle part, the other sections, the transition, the closing, the vocal performance, the drums, the energy. I like it, literally everything about that song. That was an awesome start to the record. And cool lyrics here too. Like I said, now since I know what this album was influenced by, you know, I'm kind of seeing everything through that lens with these lyrics. But yeah. That's a S tier or A tier song start for this album. So that was awesome. Okay, we'll keep it moving. Because we got a lot of songs here. I think it's like 16 songs or something like that. So Sit Down, Stand Up is next.
Sit down, stand up, sit down.
Okay, pretty mellow intro. Okay. Nice little distorted bass right here. I think. I don't know. Pretty dramatic piano here too. Oh, this is cool. Oh my god. This is very cool. I love this groove. Wow, so that was the tale of two halves in that song, right? The first half I wasn't really feeling so much. It was just fine. It's, sometimes they get into these grooves that are just like they're definitely not bad. They're just not super inspiring to me. It's not like grabbing me. I do want to say just overall, maybe someone in the comments can point out what the song is explicitly about. I was following along with the lyrics here. There's a couple different things that this could mean. However, I loved that transition into the second half here. That snare drum build up was really cool. Like, listen how not like dull, but just quiet that starts and builds up. So intense. Nice vocals here too. Yeah. Yeah, I love that second half. That second half is super cool, super high energy. That groovy ass bass comes into it too. A lot of cool electronic sounds. I love it. Yeah, that second half was really awesome. So yeah, it was really the tale of two halves. If that song could stay just like that the entire time, it would probably be a skip for me going forward, but I really like that transition into the second half. It made it a lot cooler. So, okay, pretty interesting start to the album here. Next we got Sail to the Moon, so we'll go ahead and put that on. Let's see. Immediately pretty intro. Love that. Yeah, this mix of the guitar and piano is awesome. Wow. Ten out of 10 intro.
I suck the moon. I spoke too soon. And how much did it cost?
Nice. I like the way he's stretching out these lines. Oh my god. The transitions and musicality on this album so far is really just elite. Like I said, I really, really enjoy the vocal performance and the way he's delivering the lines. I just like the lyrics here, even if I don't know necessarily how he means it. I just like the line, "I was dropped from moonbeams and sailed on shooting stars." I gotta pull this back. Their transitions continue to just hit. I'm loving this. music going on here.
or in a flood.
I like the slightly weird feel of this too. Yeah, this is sick. Okay, I loved that one. That was one of the cooler, slower, kind of ballady songs that I've heard from them so far. Loved the musicality in that. The marriage of the guitar and the piano was just so freaking pretty. One of the best intros I've heard from them. Another really great vocal performance here. Lyrics are good here too. Pretty straightforward. Not too many lyrics in this one overall. Maybe you'll be president, but no right from wrong. I mean, that seems pretty explicit unless there's like some metaphor or something in there that I'm not picking up on. Or in the flood, you'll build an ark and sail us to the moon. Sail us to the moon. That's just the feel captured on that song is really, really incredible. And like I said, I like the way he delivered the lines on that one too. And it's something I keep bringing up with Radiohead, but the way the guitar takes like certain half stops up or down in the music just really hits me. It's just like these little shifts that just like strike an emotional chord. They're really good at invoking that emotion in their instruments. Yeah, this is a really, really strong start to the album. Outside of that one section from the last song that I wasn't really liking, everything has been like really, really good. And I'm a little surprised by it, I guess, because, when we did the A Moon Shaped Pool reaction, I really, that album's good, but I'm definitely liking this one, like, quite a bit more, like, a lot closer to, like, the top three, I guess I would call them, right? OK Computer, In Rainbows, and Kid A. Like, this feels very close to how those albums make me feel so far. So, really enjoying the musicality, really excited about the way this album's going so far. But we still have a lot of music to go through, so let's see. But yeah, that's an S tier or A tier song right there as well. Okay, so we got Backdrifts up next. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, groovy intro. Interesting lyrics on this one.
All evidence has been buried. All tapes have been erased. But your footsteps give you away. So you're backtracking.
Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment here. So, like I said, based off of what I read before, just, the state of when this album was made and what a lot of it's related to, I'm seeing everything through that lens right now. So that's how I could see this first part, right? We're rotten fruit, we're damaged goods. What the hell? We've got nothing more to lose. One gust will probably crumble, kind of commenting on the fragility of what was going on in 2003 and the 2000 election cycle. You fell into our arms. We tried, but there was nothing we could do. All evidence has been buried, all tapes have been erased, but your footsteps give you away. So it definitely could apply to a lot of stuff from that time. I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know if that's what this song is in reference to, or if there is, there's something else. It could be a different subject matter too. But we'll keep it going here. I mean, as far as musicality, this is cool so far. I'm not like loving it, but it's like a nice track. It feels like a filler track to me so far. But let's see.
You fell into arms. You fell into arms. We tried, but there was nothing we could do. Nothing we could do. You fell into arms. You fell into arms.
Nice little piano section.
We're rotten fruit, we're damaged goods. What the hell? We got nothing more to lose. One ghost and we will probably crawl under. We're backdrifts.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah, like I said, that one kind of just felt like I really appreciate the lyrics in this one. I think the lyrics are really cool. But the music of itself just
You fell into
just feels like a filler track to me. And we'll see if this is controversial. I'm kind of curious how this song hits for Radiohead fans. But to me, this is like one like I'm not even sure why musically why it's on the album. Like if you have this many tracks, I just don't know.
you fell into arms.
Like I mentioned this before, and disclaimer: they have more talent in one toe than I have in my entire body when it comes to music. But I'm just saying, like, where is the great idea in this song? I guess it would be the vocal performance, because just like the instrumentation is just kind of, dare I say, like a little bland to me. Like it's cool, but it just doesn't really stand to the highs of everything else we've heard. So that's kind of why I'm wondering. I'm like, did this even really need to be on the album? Um, Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe it'll kind of grow on me. Yeah, but for now, I think it just kind of feels like a filler song. Really, like I said, the highlights, the vocal performance, and the lyrics. The instrumentation's fine, definitely not bad. It's just not exciting to me. It's not really. It doesn't have some big great idea. Um, but whatever, it's inoffensive. It's not bad. So that's kind of where I think I'll leave that one here. Okay, so on to the next one. Go to sleep. Let's see. Let's see what happens here.
Something for the vagabond man over my dead body. Something big is gonna happen.
Okay, different feel with the guitar here.
Over my dead
Okay, cool. Interesting little time to this.
This is how I'm certain. Oh, my dear body. I'm not gonna sleep. Let this wash on.
So I'm just going to pause. And like I said, in comparison to the other track here, this is just more of the style I like from Radiohead, where their songs have multiple distinct parts to it. If you're going to stay in one pocket the entire time, I hope it's like a really great idea. And they have done that with some tracks. But this is just an example of a song I can appreciate more on this album. It has a lot more movement in it so far. I like the I don't say like the flavor, but just like the tone of the guitar is a lot different than what we've heard so far on the album, and it's an interesting little time signature and kind of groove to it there. Another one with interesting lyrics. So yeah, this is a pretty cool change up so far. We'll see where this goes.
We don't want the monster taking over. Tiptoeing, tying down.
Crazy sounds here.
We don't want the loonies taking over. Tiptoeing, tying down. Pretty horses come to you as you sleep.
All All right, nice outro. Pretty good grooves in all of this one. So that was a pretty cool track too. I like its placement in the album. I like what it adds to the album. I would give it probably more like a B grade here. It has a lot more of that straightforward classic rock influence. Kind of a different vocal performance than what we've heard so far. Another pretty energetic track here. It's definitely not like reinventing the wheel musically, but it's something different. It adds a little something new to the album here. And like I said, I can appreciate how it goes into a lot of different sections there. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, like not too many thoughts on it. Just I like it. Like I said, it's like probably like a solid B type track. So we still have a lot of music here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We still got 9 songs left. So let's just go to the next one here. We got Where I End and You Begin. Pretty cool song title. Let's see. Nice, super right in your face space. Cool drum groove too here. I like ghost notes. And something in the background. I don't know what that is, but it's nice.
There's a gap in between. There's a gap where we where I am and you begin. I'm sorry for the dinosaurs on the earth. The sky turns green where I am and you begin.
This feels like a really different bass tone than what I've heard from them in other albums and songs. Maybe it's just the way it's mixed. Interesting little riff. Like this built up in the background. Nice little break here too. What the fuck is that? That bass line's really holding this song down. Okay, cool. So that's kind of a different intro than what they or outro than what they usually do. I usually feel like they have these like extended outros. But I mean, overall, it was kind of an extended outro, but those final lines where everything just drops out and he drops those few lines there is kind of different than what I've heard. Okay, so that was another pretty cool track. Definitely felt like a jam track, right? They find that groove with the drums and the cool drum pattern and the bass line, and they build on it. They hang there for a while. They add a couple different things throughout the song there. Those kind of like stabby guitar parts and the weird synths and the little breaks in it. So that was a pretty cool track. I'd probably put that in between a B and a C. And let me just clear this up here as far as how that scale works for me, right? S through C is all varying degrees of positive. S would be like one of the best songs I ever heard in this style, the pinnacle of this style or genre. A would be like amazing, B would be great, C would be good, and then D and F would be I didn't really like the song, or I really, really, really didn't like the song. So this is bordering up between a good and great, a C and a B for me. It was just a cool jam song, not super ambitious, but I really thought the musicality was cool, the groove was cool, the feel was good. That's one I could see myself just jamming to. Again, outside of the context of the album, just kind of enjoy, where you can just kind of go in and out with the song. You don't got to be listening like super duper closely, and just kind of enjoy it in multiple different settings and moods. So, yeah, like I said, this is kind of like in that C to B tier for me. Pretty cool addition to the album. And we'll keep it going here. So for the next one, we got We Suck Young Blood. So let's see. Crazy piano start. It's cool. Just not what I was expecting. Nice. The bass too.
Are you hungry? Are you
Oh.
sick? Are you begging?
I don't ever remember hearing claps in a Radiohead song.
Are you sweet? Are you afraid? Are you strung up by the rails? We want the Are you fractured?
This song has a really weird swing and tempo to it.
Are you torn at the seams? Would you do anything?
This piano lick is really interesting. It's so weird sounding. Obviously, the lyrics are pretty crazy as well.
We suck
Nice addition right here. Wow, that's a pretty cool fluctuation there. This is a creepy song though. Whoa. Another. Whoa. Okay. Another, like, I feel like I'm usually good at knowing when a transition's coming into a song, but with Radiohead, that goes completely out the fucking window. I never know. even when I'm looking at these lyrics, right, they give you these notes where you can see where certain instrumental breaks are coming. And I was just kind of spacing out and enjoying the song there. I just did not see that change coming at all. Just massive tempo change. I really appreciate that stuff. It's what part of what makes listening to them really interesting. They keep me on my toes for a lot of these songs. Yeah, like I said, this is a really interesting first half of the song so far. Maybe you guys can tell. I mean, again, I have ideas of what this could be, but again, it could be completely wrong. So I don't even really want to speculate on it. You guys can tell me in the comments if we know what this song is explicitly about. Let's see. I think where are we? I think the transition's right here. This is a really cool instrumentation they go into. This is so cool. Okay, fake us out. Break it completely back down.
Won't let the
Okay, so-
nervous bury me.
This song is all over the place.
Our rivers poison. We want the sweet.
Jeez. These lyrics freak me out.
We want
Okay, so that was really interesting. Okay, so that's another one I'd probably put in that C to B tier. That is probably one of the most interesting first listens to a Radiohead song that I've done. I mean, just all the different places it goes, and that, like I said, that opening tempo of it, the swing, it's almost like a lack of swing, just the super slow tempo with the claps and overall feel of it is like a very, very weird and pulled back. Obviously, these lyrics are very fucking strange. It feels like a horror movie or something. Like, I don't know how to describe, but like the way the piano's going and it's like almost hitting like weird steps and wrong notes almost. Not wrong notes really, but it's got, I think maybe like theatrical is the thing I'm trying to say. It feels almost like slightly theatrical. And this seems like a really hard song to approach as a singer. The singing ends up being great on this, but it's like, how do you even hear this and decide how to approach it? A lot of weird nuggets in the background of this one too, and then obviously that transition comes out of nowhere. Really love the groove they go to for a second, but then they just back out and go completely back to where they were. So in that regard, like I said, it makes the first listen really, really interesting, and I can appreciate it for that. Now, as far as replayability and something I'm going to go back to, not as much. You know? Yeah, probably just not as much. Something I'm gonna replay like a lot. It's something I would have to be more in the mood for, just because of the subject matter and the weirdness of the song. But for a first listen, that's one of the most interesting first listens from them I've heard. So yeah, I think that it feels wrong giving this a C just because it's like an interesting, really interesting kind of way it plays out. but I really don't feel like great, like a B either. It's somewhere in between, you know, like maybe like a B minus type thing. But interesting song. Okay, so we still got a lot of music to go through. So we got the Gloaming next. Let's give it a spin. Really interesting sound choices. Another intro style I feel like I haven't heard from them. Very odd soundscape. I like this, like this beat and tempo. Again, I don't know how they come up with some of these sound choices. It's so odd. Whoa. Sounds like an arcade machine. What is that? Okay. More arcade noises. So weird. Okay, another really interesting track there. Obviously, for vocals, they're a lot more subdued. He's not going all over the place, highs and lows. He's kind of staying in a pocket for most of that track. We got a lot of like reverby kind of feel to the vocals there too. I think as far as like song structure wise, right, this is really similar to that other track I was saying kind of felt fillery before. I like this one more though, just because it's just a little more interesting. It's just so unconventional with the choices of how they build this beat. Like, what is that noise? The sounds and choices they make on there to build that beat are just so unconventional. It just makes something. It takes an idea that inherently is not that like crazy or ambitious and just makes it a lot more interesting to listen to. And also, the track overall isn't super long. It's only 3.5 minutes, so it doesn't like overstay its welcome. So I like that one more. I would probably put it in the C tier for good because it's a good little interesting track. That is one I could see myself enjoying listening to again. Uh, so okay, yeah. Interesting little track. You can't really have too many thoughts on it. It doesn't go super all over the place like some of the other songs we've heard so far. But cool. Okay, next we got There There. Let's give it a spin. Nice heavy toms. A little bass creeping in. Oh, okay. Okay, definitely feeling like a more rock focused track so far. I like the delivery of that line, and the way it feels with the music. Really pleasant intro so far. I really like this guitar riff right here. I'm just liking this one in general so far. There's no part of it I don't like. Yeah, I really like the feel of this. Nice. There's a lot of tasty stuff going on in this song. That too. Oh, nice. Nice. I really love the vocals on this one. A little snare at the end is not. I thought there would be like a hit after it. Um, okay, I have nothing but positive things to say about that song. That was. Let me back it up here. I liked every part of that song. Like there wasn't like a single little nugget of it that I didn't like. I would probably place that in the A minus to A type of tier here. Love the overall feel. I think that was like some of the best marriage of the vocals and the guitar parts complementing each other. Like they both feel very additive to each other and really enhance the feel of the song.
Just 'cause you feel
A lot of really nice, pleasant, interesting guitar riffs. Some of it reminds me of something you'd hear from like the Smashing Pumpkins or something.
there's always a siren
The drums hold down the groove the entire song, and it's great. And
singing you to shipwreck. You'd be a one just 'cause you feel
like this right here sounds so good too. This was sick, and that there's like that little kind of lead guitar solo-y thing too, and they're taking like almost like a bluesy rock kind of sound. What I like about it is the guitar tone is so like different. Like they're not just coming in with like a Jimi Hendrix tone here. Like they whatever the effects are that they add on to it gives it its own character and make it different. So it's just not like, oh, here's the fucking 1 millionth time we've heard a bluesy rock kind of. I guess that's kind of like a riff in the background. But then this. But all the effects on it make it sound different than what we've heard 100 million times. And it's quick. It doesn't overstay its welcome, this part. It gets in, it gets out, it does its thing. It's additive to the song. Proves with the drum as well. This part's great too. Yeah, like I said, every part of that song was really great. Like I said, one of my favorites on the album so far. Would put it in the A minus to A tier. Can enjoy that in the context of the album. Can enjoy it by itself. Yeah, nothing but good things to say about that one. That was really cool. So we'll keep it moving here. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. So the next one up here is I Will. Let's see. Interesting vocal layering.
With white elephants sitting down.
Cool feel here. I like the guitar work.
Rise up, little baby's eyes, 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 little baby's eyes, 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 little baby's eyes, eyes,
Okay, so that was a nice, short, and sweet one. Like I said, I really like the vocal layering on that. The guitar work is really nice and pleasant. Obviously, the drums are completely pulled back in this one. Yeah, it was a nice and sweet little song. I'm looking at the lyrics here, not totally interpreting everything here. I would have to sit and think about it for a second. Yeah, a pleasant little song. It's a nice addition to the album. I'll probably put that like in the B minus tier. Um, yeah, solid. I like I said, pretty short and sweet. It's bordering on feeling like an interlude to me, but it's not quite. But it's nice. It's pleasant. That's really all I could say about it. Pretty cool listen. We will keep it moving. So next one is a punch up at a wedding. So all right. Okay, starting more electronic sounding. Groovy line. Ooh. Loving this. This is really cool. I like those snare hits, weird snare hits.
I don't know why you bother. Nothing's ever good enough for you.
Yeah, it's just got a real good group so far.
I was there. It wasn't like that.
Another one with a lot of classic rock influence.
You've come here just to start a fight. You had to piss on a parade. You had to shred our brigade. You had to ruin it for all concerned. And I drunk punch up at a wedding.
I read a little bit ahead. You're like, don't affect me with your poison. So this is another track where he's talking shit. I don't know. Again, is it self-reflective? Is he talking shit to himself? Because we know lyricists will do this sometimes. Or is he really talking shit to someone else? Someone fucked up his wedding. They pissed on the parade. They're causing problems. Like I said, musically, this is a really sick track so far. And interesting lyrics here. Curious to see where this goes.
You had to ruin it for all concerned. And I drunk punch up at a wedding. Yeah. Hypocrite, opportunist. Don't affect
The piano's killing it here.
with your
MVP of the song so far.
China shop. When I turn around, you stay frozen to the spot. The pointless line, the marks, all hammerhead shots. The pot will call the kettle black. It's a drunk punch up at a wedding. Yeah.
Nice vocal delivery. I really love the way he's vocalizing things on this album. Like some of my favorite through all of the discography. Hey guys, so unfortunately the end of this video got corrupted, and so the last few reactions got cut off here, as well as my end of album thoughts. So I'm kind of just going to review. It looks like the recording cut off at a punch up at a wedding, and so really my thoughts for that one were I really loved the emphasis and creativity from the piano here. I thought that was really the star of the track, and that became one of the better songs on the album for me. For Mixomatosis, I kind of could take it or leave it. It's just such a distorted sounding track. Definitely not one of my favorites on the album. Scatterbrain was. I love Scatterbrain. I rated this as like an A-tier track, one of the best on the album. I really loved the beautiful guitar and soundscape they got on this one, and I noted it kind of reminded me of something you hear on In Rainbows. I just absolutely loved it. Super pretty guitar. Beautiful drumming. So it's really unfortunate we lost the reactions to that one, because I really loved that on first listen here. And for A Wolf of the Door, the problem I had with this track was I actually really liked the music at the end of it. I did not like the vocal performance to start this. It kind of like screwed up the whole first half of the song for me. I just didn't like the really kind of fast and like full vocal delivery. It just really made me not like the start of that song. And so the second half I liked more, because there's that kind of bridge section that has more of a traditional performance from them as far as the vocals. But overall was not, that first half of it kind of screwed it up for me. So Punch Up at the Wedding was good. Mixomatosis I could take or leave. Scatterbrain was one of my favorites. And A Wolf at the Door I could also kind of take or leave, just based on that. The first part of it, just me not liking it. And so my closing thoughts on the album were, this has some of the highest highs of any Radiohead album. I think it just has some of their best ideas I've heard. I love the overall soundscape of it, and there are a couple misses on here in the track list. It's a longer album. I think I kept saying I thought it was about 16 songs. It's a 14-song album. If there was a little bit of fat cut from here, this would be like super duper close for me to their other records. But I overall really appreciated a lot of the rock influence on this album, and just a lot of the soundscape that they chose here. And it was a really good listening experience. This is one I'm going to be spinning back a lot, and there's a lot of standout tracks on this one, and I really enjoyed it. Again, sorry we lost the end of the recording here, but I figured I would come back and give some more thoughts. And as always, as I ask you guys at the end of videos, I want to hear your thoughts on it. How does this one sit for you? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your favorite songs? What are your least favorite songs? Maybe some more of the background to this album. I had a little more context going into this one, but if you guys got any more nuggets of things about this album that would be interesting, let me know. Or just the lyrics too, as always. I do my best to understand and comprehend lyrics, but you guys help me kind of break that down too. So yeah, I just want to see everyone's thoughts on this one, and we'll take it from there. So as always, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.